All right, what's going on there, boys and girls? Happy Tuesday, team of the weekday. Now, anyway, officially 2.5 hours ago. I haven't taken a look at it yet, but Jordan Poyer's there, so I'm happy. But at like a billion coins, so maybe someday. Yeah, chat's gonna be a little surprised. One of the guys in the chat or on the panel, you guys know. One you guys also know well, but a lot of you guys have never seen his face before. So we're excited to have him on here. Guys, the three of us, we jumped into a call the other day, and we just wanted to kind of come together. And because this year is so much different than every other year has been in Madden concerning the market, like, yo, we got to get together and get everybody on the same page so they understand who's doing what, how things are working, and how to get you guys, especially now that everybody's on No Money Spent. Welcome to the club. Moving in the right direction when it comes to coins, so you guys don't have to bust out that wallet and play the game on easy mode, right? Not spending money is definitely easy mode. As my phone rings, bro, we're recording right now, really. But let's start off on the left side here. The person that people have seen before, Mr. UPandADAM. What's going on, buddy? Go ahead and explain yourself to the chat.
What's up, everyone? Y'all probably know me, or at least seen some of my streams in the morning if you wake up early enough. I know Joe's usually sleeping still, and then he gets onto the market later on. But no, it's good to be here. It's good to like actually chat with both of you, because I think we are both like the three go-to guys for the market. So it's nice to like talk, argue a little bit, see what's working, what's not working, have conversations, and try to get people up to speed. So appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, definitely. That's the plan. Is we want to get the this three-headed dragon we got here to go take down the market and make things easy. Mr. iJoeBruin, the man of many names and zero faces. What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing good. Super excited for this opportunity. Honestly, you guys hit me up, and I'm like, perfect. I love talking the market. I think we all love talking the market, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this.
Right on. Yeah. We were talking a little bit beforehand, before we started. Like, this is so nice for me too, because finally I have other people, right? A group of people that I can sit and talk about. Not that I can't with the chats and whatnot and discords, but to have other content creators that kind of are in this same arena. It's nice that we can kind of just jump on together and light everybody up with, flood their brains with info, I feel.
Bunch of market nerds being nerds,
Exactly.
man. It's the best.
Right.
That's what we love.
Yeah. There are a bunch of, I mean, Madden as a whole, it makes you a nerd, right? To be honest, like, it was like, oh, it's football, I'm tough. I'm like, shut up, idiot. You're arguing because this guy has +1 agility over this guy's +1 speed. Like, you're a nerd. That's how it works, right? It's how, but what I'm here for it, though. We're all about it. We love it.
Exactly.
So we wanted to come together and just talk about market stuff as a whole, seeing as things are very, very different this year. And one of the biggest pieces of that and why things are so different are these damn training variety packs that I can't stand. Right? Like, you guys tell me, what are you guys' thoughts on TVPs? I want them gone like tomorrow.
Okay, so I first, when they brought them in, I was like, this is their way of resetting the market. The market was the trading market was getting so low that no one, like, there was no use for trading. Like, maybe we would get a reroll with a couple of like promos that come through, but that was the extent of what our trading was needed for. So when they added that, I was like, all right, cool, we can use some training for something. But then I quickly realized, no, this is not a good idea for this early on, because the market just went crazy and now it's not coming down, and it won't come down. So the higher end cards are going to continue to be really expensive, and we won't be able to afford them. Well, we will, but not everybody.
Yeah, I think the training variety pack when first entered, everyone was like, yo, W. Quickly realized, because the problem is that it's a reroll we really have never seen before, where usually we turn training into training. So that way the training market can still fluctuate. And if you open a training pack that's cheaper, well, the return will be cheaper. But now we get coins, and coins don't lose value. They just coin quick sell. So training has to stay the same. And that extends out to almost every single program, every single set. And it's why you're seeing set guys like Team of the Weeks have a minimum price to do the set be 650K. You see the AKAs, the 87s, even just the lesser guys, it costs 400K. to do what Mike Ditka said. Legends, it extends through all programs, and it's tough. I don't know if they're gonna keep it in. I think if they do, they have to heavily rework it. And I know we love those platinum quick sells, but they're making the market very stale, and we want fluctuation. We don't want a stale market on a week to week basis. And we've seen the market stay above, I'd say 23 to 24 per, even all the way up to 30 per since it's been put into the game. And everyone wants the high end guards to be cheaper. And if TVP stay in the game, the prices are not going to bulge at all. They're going to stay the same. So,
Right.
my
Yeah.
opinion on TVPs.
Gut Fox and Grant did some. You guys know Grant. He does all the stat sheets and whatnot on Twitter. Had put out stats that like if training ever gets below, I think that's that 23, 25 level. Hold on. I gotta mute that for the video. Silver buddy, appreciate you, man. If it ever goes below, I think it's 23 or 25. We can't. You're printing coins out of the TVPs, right? So that's why we end up with this baseline. And like you said, like preseason team of the week players, because training is so high, are still 800,000 to build, which is just absurd, right? Like it should not be like those cards from a month ago, right? Some no name, you know what I mean? Fourth stringers, they're not even in the NFL anymore, are 800,000 coins to build their cards, and it is madness. And it's because those TVPs, we've lost cycles, right? We all used to work off them. Saturdays, great days to snipe. Thursdays for limiteds, great days to snipe.
Yeah.
And hold
The
until
opposite now.
right. Yeah. Right now it's. I mean, the only thing
Monday.
that does. I mean, there are
It's
still
Monday.
things that work, but it's such a small margin now, right? Like I know a lot of us, we track the market day by day, so we know exactly where everything sits. And like people come in and go, "Hey, what's the move?" I'm like, "Bro, it hasn't moved in 8 days. Like not even 1,000 coins difference. Like there's like as a whole, right? Like as a whole, it's exactly the same since it came out, and that's gonna be broken, right? That's gonna hurt everybody in the long run, unless you get lucky, right? And I don't like going forward. I don't want your coin stack to be dependent on how many 87 or 88 platinums you pull, because other than that, you're getting kicked in the face.
Coin flip.
Exactly. It
Put your
really is.
coins
It
in
really
the ace
is.
hand. It's tough.
Yeah.
It is, and it's like it leaves no room for us to actually like work the auctions. It's like super straightforward. Like people come into the chat, like I'm sure you get it all the time. Like, what should we invest in today? It's the same thing that we've been doing for the last 2 weeks now. There's no movement. Like it's the exact same cycle.
And the other thing is there's like 2 days to buy now, maybe one. If you say Monday's really the only day, and it's people come to the stream on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays to go, yo, what should I invest in? Are we buying trading? I'm like, I'll see you on Monday. Like you can buy now, but just know Monday's cheaper.
Right.
Yeah,
And
exactly. The only day
Yeah.
without LTDs, pretty much. Well, that's how it's been. I don't know how this week's gonna be, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been wild. Sorry, of course, Sober just hit me with the 5 gifted subs, and now the lights are just gonna go off for 5 minutes. Just pretend you're playing with Dickerson. So let's talk about investments for a quick minute. Because I said the market's pretty stale, but there are things that can be done. One thing you said, Mondays, aka players. I know that I was buying training at under 20 per yesterday on a pretty even keel basis.
yeah.
And that was late. I got home from work late, didn't jump on until 7:30. It's like, oh shit, look at these, still right here for next to nothing. What else are you guys seeing out there that you want people to kind of keep an eye on week to week or day to day going forward?
Well, I know
yeah.
like Team of the Week is another, like you could grab those 88s, but like they're not easy to grab, because I think everyone's like realized that like those 88s you could grab them for like 100 and like what 120 125 and they'll go up a little bit, but like they're like I don't know, maybe I'm old, but I can't snipe that fast anymore. Like it's like I just can't grab as many as I used to. Maybe like it's the next gen stuff, or I guess we say current gen, but yeah, I don't know. I'm usually picking up cards on Mondays. Picking up the AKA cards, and then Team of the Week. That's pretty much as far as I'm going. Then you can snipe other days a little bit. You see here and there, but like the best days are Monday.
Yeah, there's nothing else really. I mean, you have your LTDs, but we've even seen in the past week. I mean, EA has given the middle finger. We got DK Metcalf, we get Calvin, we get Plaxico, we get Nolan Cromwell, we get Jordan Poyer. So the LTDs this past week haven't done well. DK did good, but then he's been going up and down a ton, hovering around 800K. I think this year, and we've seen it with the AKAs, the one-time offers, we need to really keep an eye on those one-time offers as long as those cards aren't in at the rerolls. Like AKAs, you have the one-time offer, they're not also in rerolls, and you'll just see a massive quantity on the market when they first drop, and then throughout the week they just slowly die out. We'll probably see that in some promos moving forward this year, and I think that's something we keep our eye on. So anything store, even bundle offers. The 88 team of the weeks, the reason they're so good is that early bird 88 plus offer, and it gets pulled a ton in the first 24 hours. And after that, not even in the store. So keep an eye out for the bundle offers or special offers as well as training offers in the store.
Agreed. Yeah, the training offers too. So like Monday's pretty wild, right? Because everybody wants 5,000 training, right? So you go ahead and hit that training offer, which skyrockets the market for like 90 minutes. And then it tanks out after that. So it's like if you can load up early, right? Like if you can time it right, you can make a ton early Monday, right? Sell off a bunch of stuff while that's selling. You're going off and trying to buy up all the cheap stuff that people are throwing out just in the AKA players, and try to balance this out and make it work. The team of the week ones are tough though too. And like I know what you're saying, like it's tough to snipe those. Before I had to change our methods. Now I used to tell people that anytime, whatever the new program was that day, don't snipe that. Go do everything else, right?
Yeah.
Like on Saturdays for Legends, go do like core elites, right? Because no one's on them and they're just easy. You go on Legends and everyone's gone. Every nerd out there that goes, I'm gonna snipe cards, I'm just gonna hit these ones. It's just on refreshing that same one page, right? And you're just like, this is useless. But now the core elites on those days are empty. No one's selling anything. Nothing's being sold at all. So it's just useless to do anything. Man, this year sucks.
It's not even bad for us either.
Right.
It's worse for the people that don't have the coins. What do they do?
Yeah,
I mean, we can talk about all the things they've taken out of the game. I think a big one, the Gap Pack, or even the get a gold if they lowered the price, would be better. The Gap Pack was the little guy's best friend, and they took that out. And man, I feel bad for people that have less than 500k to a mil because you cannot do much.
Right.
Other than
I agree with you there too, John. Like another thing there is like you can go ahead and waste your coins on opening packs and stuff like that, and you always have that safety blanket to go back to the get a player packs if you need to. I think that's what like people went back. Like you can like go ahead and if you want a card that week, you can spend all your coins, get that card if you're no money to spend, and then you could work your way back up with the get a player pack. So you can't do that anymore. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of get a player packs, so like they take forever, I still opened a bunch to get coins. The easiest way, especially for those like power ups, right? Taking out power ups also hurt.
I also think that get a player packs actually went into, and they would affect the high end market because, well, last year, even in for team of the week sets, there's no base exchange on a week-to-week basis. Remember last year, you could put in the high golds and the low elites, and you can continuously build up. And it's a thing you could do is use the Gap Pack continuously, just like upgrade your overalls, and you would get to that team of the week exchange, and you could do that, and you basically build cheaper team of the week guys, and it would extend into every program. Every program would have a set like that. You have your most feared, Thanksgiving, Zero Chill, and I think taking away the Gap Pack, I really they don't realize it, but I think it really hurt the high end market too.
I don't know. I was never a fan of the Gap Packs. Yes, it worked, but I just felt like there were more beneficial ways to spend your time.
More for prepping for Team Diamonds,
and that's all. Yeah, something like Team Diamonds or like I would see people try to do them last year for like the bow and nose players. I'm like, bro, it's literally 18,000 cards you're gonna open up to do this. Like I can't handle it. Like my brain couldn't comprehend the time spent doing that. But it would work, right? Guys would do it. If that's all you want to do and just rip packs forever, cool. Like it worked. So it is a detriment to not have it in the game anymore. But you brought up a really good point that I want to talk about a little bit more and expand on the sets. We have it on one of our topics, was at the bottom, and we'll go ahead and lead into this one now. That one specifically, though, not just sets if they're profitable, whatever, but we used to always have Team of the Week. Tuesdays used to be a great day to take, hey, you got junk in your binder from opening up packs over the weekend? Cool, go trade them up and do the 82 plus Team of the Week pack. Maybe you get the 88, maybe you get whatever. You usually got garbage out of it, but it was a way to go ahead and turn literally nothing, so you had just wasting away in your binder, into higher overall tier cards. Those are gone. We haven't had those at all this year, and that is a massive impact that I feel like a lot of people are skipping over. I bring it up a lot on chat, but I'm like, we used to be able to turn. There has been no pack trash program or set yet in the game. Team Diamonds are coming out. That's not a pack trash set, right? That is a everything that's out there set. Pack trash is, hey, I have 45 76s and 100 79s. I can throw them in here and turn that into a 90. We haven't had that yet, and I think it's a big detriment.
Yeah, I agree on that. And even going past that is the binder bound players that we're getting are not, they're not even valuable anymore. Like last year, I would make coins off of building like the 92 most feared set like later down the road, and got like pretty much got my like free training out of it because I was able to snipe the cards low enough to get decent amount of training value back.
Mhm.
We're not seeing that anymore. Like you're getting like what 200 training for
Right.
any card you put in now. It's
110,
not worth
right?
it. It's not
Terrible.
worth it, or whatever it is. Yeah, it's like nothing. It's like you can't make. It's not like the values are not going up as the players are getting better. You're just getting the same amount, the same value, and it's not worth it. You might
Our
as well just
90
buy the champion.
our 90 overall champions were 300K. Our 91 overall champions are 600K, and it's been a month or been a few weeks in between those drops. There's an issue there.
Right.
It really all comes back to the training variety pack, but yeah.
Yeah, well, some of it I think is the set design too. Because some of these, so like, I don't comprehend, right? Especially now after the market's been pretty stale, right? So we know what the baseline is, that like 25 per training. So you know what everything should kind of equal out, right? Everybody knows across every platform. Why do we have a set that costs, 750,000 coins to make, right? Like look at the AKA players, right? It's what, 688s at 150,000 a piece.
Mhm.
But knowing that player, right, for a 91 overall player, that math doesn't add up, right? Why are we making these sets for these players so exorbitant when if they bet it, it's 488s next week, right? We'll drop it down, or say it goes to 89s next week to build a 92. Those 89s, what's the market value on 89 right now? I don't even know.
Oh.
I think there's like 200K, right? I think it's 200K.
The market would have moved.
Right. Yeah. If it would have moved, but I still from 8 days ago know that it's 200K because I've been staring at the same damn number for a week and a half. So 200,000, right? So even if they drop it down to 4 for a 92, that would be 800,000 coins for a 92. For any old random 92, right? So honestly, like it should be like, but they can't even just change that set to fix it at this point now. Right now it's broken.
I think they have it locked in the entire till runs till late November. I mean, it's kind of been shown. I don't want to get into like the whole hurricane thing, but it's been shown that they have these content. Some of these, especially you've seen with Gridiron Guardians 2, Legends, and now AKs. It's planned. It's set in stone. I don't know if they can change that content. We hope they will be able to change, most feared and sets going down in the future. But AKAs look to be locked in, and they are going to be expensive. Unless we get an AKA unlimited reroll, and I don't think we're going to get that. I think they want these cards. I mean, it is Calvin, it is the Rubbers. They don't want these cards to be.
Yeah, they are really good cards. So I understand.
Yeah.
Like last year, the Bow Nose guys were super expensive.
Yep.
Right? They were super
We
expensive.
had a reroll for that, didn't we?
No, they put it in.
They put it in a week later.
Yeah.
Right.
They're still expensive though. Were they not after that? I don't remember.
They were, I think, around 300 the first week. So not terrible. I mean, last year, every single champion was like 250. It was the same sort of thing. Sets.
Well, that was it, right? So last year, without TVPs in the market, as higher overall cards would come out, whatever, like that would take over like that, the highest coin card in the game, right? So like, say we had 90 overall champions, they'd be 300K. And then we get 91, then those would be 300K. So the 90s would drop down to like, 225. You'd get this kind of tiered off. Like, hey, this is an older card, not as good. Value gets lower. Right now, you're just like, no, 90s are 370,000. 92s are, 91s are 500,000. At this point, we get 92s, they're going to be 800,000 minimum, right? Across the board. Unless they do something drastic and find a way to lower the TVPs, because the value across the board has to come down, or else we're going to get scalable. I mean, at this point, by time, if nothing changes and 99s come out in the game, any baseline punk ass team of the week 99, right, is going to be 5 million coins. And there's going to be the 3 of us able to buy them, and everybody else is effed, right? Like, that's it.
It's true. Like, it's someone's got to budge. Like, someone has to budge. It can't keep going like this. Like, okay, I guess my question would be, what would you like to see if the trading variety pack got reset what would you like to see in it? Would you want the platinum cards gone?
I think something they could add is the Redux cards, because I think we're gonna get the 89s and the 90s
Yes.
Reduxes. That's just a training value. It would kill their prices, which would be good.
Mhm.
I would basically have to make them training value, as all cards in a reroll that aren't
Yep.
the champions have to be somewhere around training value, otherwise,
Yep.
arbitrage. So it'd
Right.
be like rookie premieres where they're 60K.
Yep.
Of course not for the overalls, but I think they have to take the platinum coins cards out, and it would be probably gonna be some outrage.
Mhm.
But people, I think, that actually know what's going on would know that's a good thing for the market. But I just don't know what they could add into them.
What if
Like
what if they took out TVPs but added in every program card?
it's like
Like
into
all of
or
them.
just
So like even like
Mhm.
Gridiron Guardians, like you got the 79s, the 82s, the 86s, all of them got added in. Take out the platinums and just give us all only, because I think they've done that before. We had program cards. Originally, it used to be only program cards.
Yeah,
mean,
wasn't that in back in like Madden 20 for like the Team Diamond 2 release?
Yeah,
Then they have like Team Diamond 2 where
right.
there's a reroll for. There's like Team Louis cards, whatever went into those
Right,
Team
yeah, it was
Diamond.
heavyweights and veterans and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
Um,
thing I'd say is, yes, this TVP rule. It's actually not bad. I am not. I think we're all anti rerollers. I don't really use them to make coins at all. They're fun, but
we do it for content, not to make coins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah.
typically aren't good, and this one isn't terrible. Like I said, if you do it at 21, 22, you're gonna break even.
Right.
But I mean, the training rules specifically this year have been awful. I mean, they've been the worst we've seen in years. It's like I just don't know if EA goes back to the training rules that don't give back coins. I mean, they're probably just gonna make them terrible again. Like, let's be honest. So yeah, it's
See, that's a
there's no in
fear.
between.
That's a fear of mine that I have, and why I don't like relying on the TVPs is that we don't get a percentage breakdown of what's possible in that pack,
Nope.
which makes that changeable on the back end, and we have no idea.
Yeah.
Right. So any day, like people complain Saturday, like, hey, these are really like mine were terrible, worst I've ever had on a Saturday. I said, I'm not doing this on Saturdays anymore. I will not roll for a limit on a Saturday out of that because it was so bad. I was just losing coins left and right. I'm like, this is a god awful idea.
Definitely tweak them a little bit.
Right. Yeah. It feels like it can be
Start.
tweaked in the back end, and we have no idea.
Yeah, because they don't have to put the odds there for us because
Right.
point pack.
Another thought that I had with TVPs, and I think we talked about a little bit, man, even if they just came back for like, they were there on Thursday, Friday, Saturday only, or they
That
came
would be-
back like every other week, right? Or like maybe like the last 3 days of each competitive field pass, right? Just there it is.
That would be something. I think we would all enjoy that if it was on a bi-weekly thing
Right.
or a
Yes.
we
that would
might
be-
make
We
way
would
too
be
many
great.
coins
Yeah,
that
I'm
way.
not kidding. I think
Yeah.
all of us would probably break like 500 million. I'm dead serious. Like it would
I
be
would literally
cheating.
up 10 million
You know,
or more every single week.
Right.
Or like
Just
every
Absolutely. Yeah.
double your coins on a weekly
Right.
basis.
Yeah.
That would be-
Because no one, like, we would do it. Well, some people will do it, but other people will be like, "Oh, we're getting TVP this week again? Oh, I didn't know." It's like, well, now
Yeah,
you're
well,
buying
there-
trading at 25 per when we bought it for like 8.
Right. There's a knowledge gap with Madden. And I don't say that in a bad way, because I used to be one of those guys, right? I'm sure you guys were at some point too. When I logged into Madden, the only thing that I knew was whatever came up on that splash screen. Right? They would come up like, hey, look at that. There's a new Andre Rison this week. Like, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Like, it's Sunday and I logged in for the first time that week, and there's the splash screen for the Legends, where a lot of, if you're in this chat right now, you follow either any of the three of us on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, or Twitch, you're like a 1%er, right? You know way more about this game than 90% of the people that play it. They have no idea that AKAs come out every Monday. They just log in on Tuesday and like, hey, look, a new guy.
Yeah, it's true though. Like
It
we're
is.
such a
No.
small, like Twitch, like Madden Twitch is so small compared to the amount of people that play Madden or play all.
Even Twitter's probably 25% of
Yeah.
the
I mean,
entire
70
community.
million copies sold.
Yep. So
And right now there's what, 4,000 people watching Madden?
Yeah, something like that.
70 million copies sold and 4,000 people watching. Like, you are the 1%ers, trust me.
we can talk about, I mean, I know from my community and even talking to my friends, and a lot of people have stopped playing. So it's even less now.
Right,
than it was at
right.
the start of the year.
Yeah. And that number will keep going down as the year goes on. Well, we usually get it's a weird time for Madden. And I just had this conversation with somebody else to remind them, like, yo, September sucks. If you're a content creator, like, September usually sucks. because things get stale, right? New game comes out, and then it gets whatever, because nothing happens until Most Feared, and then you're at kind of a rush between Most Feared and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and then before you know it, it's Easter and draft day, and like everything kind of picks up steam until then. We're at that kind of dead zone in the game where like a lot of time, I know my streams right now, I get out and I'm like, I don't know what to do today. There's really nothing going on. Like it's just dead. You know what I mean? It's quiet.
People ask me to stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I tell them I don't really play the game. I hop on, I buy my AK players for an hour or two, and then
Right.
I get off. I'll like create content, but
Yeah.
I don't play the game. Even now, on like Fridays and Saturdays when I stream, when I get off, typically last year I would stay on, try to do a little bit, play some weekend league, do something. I mean, the replayability of this game is in the gutter. Online gameplay wise, we could talk about no rewards, no communication on your head-to-head rewards, but even in the menus, compared to other games, it's just not there. It's just not there. And it
It's a
sucks to see.
struggle. Yeah, and I know some of that for us, because this is just your second year streaming Madden, right, Joe?
I mean, a year and a half. I started last
Year and a half.
December.
Yeah. Okay, so so you're in your second Madden. And Madden, what is this one for you?
I started streaming at the end of Madden 20.
Okay, so when
Like,
you're
just at
still
the
on
core,
your
so like 21, 22, 23 is like my third year, really.
okay, I think I started in 19.
Yeah,
So
you're
like what I've noticed for sure is like my drive dwindles faster and faster every year. But I mean, in my own fault, playing the same game over and over and over again for 5 years, since I just log in and go, I can't look at the screen anymore. Like you're just like, I need something. Like I need Zelda to come out. I need Harry Potter to come out. I need Call of Duty to come out. Like I need to look at something. I've been playing Dead by Daylight lately because I'm like, I need something just different to kind of, I don't know, refresh my brain a little bit. It just kind of drags you out from time to time. Let's go into Team Diamonds a little bit though. Everybody always asks this question. I've been asked 1,000 times. Sure, you guys have as well. What do I do to prep for Team Diamonds? Personally, I don't do shit. Especially with TVPs out right now and how high training is, especially with them being delayed now until the start of season 2, with the possibility of TVPs going away, which means a market crash. I'm not doing anything. What are you guys doing for Team Diamonds?
So I guess I'm on the same boat as you now. My initial thing that I would normally do would just be like buy low elites, and just like keep all the goals in my binder that I had. But now that it's getting delayed and there's only 8 days or 9 days left on that timer on the variety pack, I'm kind of like, well, if that doesn't come back, the market's dropping. So I don't want to be left with buying my core elites for like 30K, like 85s for like 30K,
Right.
and then they drop to like 20.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get at this point. Like if they weren't delayed, I had my elites and stuff like that ready to go. But now that they're delayed, I'm probably not touching it. I'm probably not touching anything.
I was big into the 84 to 86 market, especially the 86s, because there's no, and this is another thing with the sets, there is no 86, 87, 86 through 90 exchange set that we normally have every year.
Yes.
So I felt like the 86s were if they were in the sets involved, they're probably the ones to go up the most. There was no direct way to get them. But now, of course, with season 2 coming, there is no point to be holding your core elites going into season 2. You might as well just sell. If the TVP pack stays, you just buy back for the same price if you do want to invest. And if not, they'll crash. And then love the opportunity before the TVPs were buying 84s for 13K, 85 for 18K. It was awesome. I'm like, oh, this is like, we're going to make so much. TVPs come out. Of course, I sold the day before. So I had nothing going into that. But
well, they also, even with that whole Gridiron Guardian debacle, right? They said there was gonna be no reroll, so I got rid of almost everything.
Right,
and then
yeah, so did I.
Rerolls, and I was like, what? I just sold all my stuff back for like I just broke even. If I knew. I was so sad.
Lost out on $1 million because I did the same thing. I was like, ooh, no rerolls. All right, sell now. New overalls coming, a bunch of new players. Market's gonna go down, and they're like, rerolls. I'm like, you son of a bitch, bro. Like the market went up like 30% the next day. I'm like, god damn it. Like,
I was like that. Oh god, you told me no.
Right.
I told everybody no.
I also do think Team Diamond investing, I think, is, especially with the training variety pack costs of you buying your core elites, the ceiling really isn't there. I mean, if you just go add up like the number of costs like for each overall training value, Team Diamond is going to be expensive. And I don't know. Like, I think going out after season 2, I'm probably not going to invest too much into it if it stays. We still have a TVP and the prices stay at where they're at. I'm probably not going to invest too much. The only reason why I was investing was we had that baseline training. So I
Right.
could buy my 84s at 22, my 85s at 32. I would know that, let's say Team Diamonds roll out and they aren't really involved, they don't go up. I can always fall back on training. That
Mhm.
was like the only reason I was investing to Team Diamonds. Last year, I went all out on like through Gap Pack. I went all out through golds, like low golds and high golds, and they didn't go up. They didn't go up at all. The only cards that went up last year were the 85, 86s, and the team builders. Really, the golds did not move. So
Yeah, I
that's
will
what I'm doing.
say the golds are really like hit or miss, right? So I have like 1,000 golds, but just because I haven't sold any, right? Throughout the whole year, I haven't done anything except like 79s when people need the set every other Monday, which by the way is this coming Monday, so don't place them yet. Hold your damn 79s and 80s for a week. The it's always a weird one, right? Like there's always because there's that exchange set for golds. People take their low golds and exchange them up into high golds or into elites, right? Hoping for that one, 80 overall fullback that sells for triple the price. What that does is it clears out all like the 74 golds and they're gone.
Yeah.
So there's always like some random ass 74 overall right guard that's like, oh shit, he's 25,000 coins, and you exchanged 40 of them trying to get an 80 overall fullback. Like, well done. So those are the one, like, just for right now, like I think the only thing I can do for Team Diamonds right now is just sit on those golds for another 2 weeks. And then whenever afterwards, I'm hoping someday I have some binder clearing set where I can turn in a bunch of 76s and 79s and get a fucking 80 overall. A program card, a plus card. I don't want to say an 80 overall, but I need like an 80 plus pack. I need a plus on one set to make my life happy right now.
Yeah, I feel that.
But yeah, so all right, so I think we're on a good track here. People are getting some info today. I'm really happy we're doing this. What do we got, like sneaky stuff? You guys have any like sneaky stuff? Like I said, like we've all figured out now that Monday that the new competitive pass resets, training skyrockets for high golds, 78, 79s, and 80, 81s.
I know someone came into my chat the other week and was talking about the legend market, and he made a killing off of buying legends. Like I think a lot of people want to pre-build legends during the week, but he's actually doing the opposite. He is buying on Saturdays, and he's picking up a lot of the 87 and 88 legend pieces, the specific guys like that go into the high pieces, the unique cards.
Right.
For a lot of the popular players, and he's been able to flip them middle of the week for a good coin. And I have seen a little bit. I know guys like Rod Woodson 88 were down to around like 140-ish Saturday. I've seen them up at 180 this week. Herman Moore, another one of those guys. So maybe that's something we look into. I'd say, you go, Adam, you go.
I was gonna say, like, how about I think someone mentioned it the other day, on Saturday, like the 80, was it the 82 Legends cards went up to like 20K?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Like if you
the
bought those
jumbo
throughout the week, but like they were kind of cheap throughout the week. Like they were like the 82s were like 10, 12K. So like that could be another thing to look into, especially with like there's no jump this week, right? Like there shouldn't be an overall jump this week.
The problem is you have no clue what EA is going to drop on Saturday.
Right.
It literally all comes down to the bundle. I mean, going into the legend sets, if they were to drop like they had an 88 plus topper this week, and it's why you saw the 88s drop a ton. But in weeks prior, when they did an 83 plus or an 85 plus, you saw the 88 market was super high. So it just all comes down to what bundle topper they release or what pack. I mean, you saw with Jumbos this week, brand new pack. They were 84 plus, I believe, for a legend. So you saw the 82 market go up a ton because you needed the 82s for those 90 sets. I mean, I was doing legend sets on Saturday to make around 40 to 50K per card. It was actually and it was a pretty viable thing throughout I was even doing them 2 nights ago. I made 30K on a Rod Woodson set. But yeah, those 82s, and I was buying the 82s for 17K because the 88s went down so much. So actually, said legend sets, I guess, on Saturday weren't terrible. I was even able to do some on stream, which is shocking because normally when I do a set on stream, I get under 5 times and I'm done. But I was actually able to do some sets on stream. So
that was something. Speaking of doing things on stream, How long can you guys sit on a sniping filter before every mofo in the chat is? You just like I get on a sniping filter, and for the first like 6-7 minutes, I'm like, I'm buying everything. There's stuff left and right. 6 minutes in, I don't see a card ever again because all of chat's on the exact same damn filter.
That is like less for me. It's less for me. Like I get like a minute, 2 minutes maybe. Like they do it on purpose. They do it just
I know.
to troll me. Why? Because they don't even want the cars. They don't care.
Right.
They just want to troll me and make me go search for like 18 different filters. I'm looking at Judd right there in the chat. He does that too. Gosh, the worst.
I had someone in my chat outbid me on a card a second after. They know who they are if they're in the chat. I bid on a card and they outbid me in the next 30 seconds, and they try to say it wasn't a coincidence.
Yeah, of
the
course.
other thing is, I don't know why people would even try to snipe on a streamer's filter, because it makes it worse for you. It makes it worse for me. It makes it worse for everybody.
Right.
So
yeah, that's why I try to tell people, like, you know, we have our spreadsheets out there of like what the prices are for. I don't know if you have a spreadsheet, Joe, but I know I've seen you go through the prices each day.
I just kind of go
know.
through them on stream myself and mentally note them. But yeah,
right, that's why I try to tell people, because like if I'm not on, or like Shotmaster does the PlayStation side of the house. He does his early in the morning sometimes. Like if it's not, prices change when they used to change anyway in the afternoon. Be like, what, the sheet's wrong. I'm like, then just do 86, 87s, annotate in your brain real quick what it is, and go nuts.
You even taught me that, by the way, this year, because I wanted to get more involved in just kind of on the training market more. And last year, I really didn't get involved that much.
Yeah.
But I remember listening to you say something about how on Saturdays, the training market is cheaper in the afternoons than it is in the morning.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the first time. I'm like, oh, shoot. And yeah, that's why I don't stream anymore. Saturday morning, I stream in the afternoon.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always on. I go on in the morning just because whenever I'm home, like 10:30, I just want to be on to play with new stuff. But like it's tough because I sit there and like we'll go through. I'm like, you don't really snipe until at least like 12:30, because it's like you got to give people time to get up, log in. Like remember, like that 10:30 drop is 7:30 West Coast. I know on a Saturday, my ass ain't getting up at 7:30 to open a damn pack.
Yeah, that's me.
Right.
7:15 the alarm is set.
Right.
For those streams.
So like you got to give people time to get up, open their stuff, and then start selling them, right? So like even that's what I used to love about like the big program days, especially like Easter, like the present days, Easter egg days, those days. You're like, what do I sell? I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm going to buy everything for the next hour and a half, because then I won't be able to buy shit after that. And then afterwards, I'll go open up all my stuff. So it's all just like timing your stuff out, doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing is usually your best bet on, especially content days.
Pay the public.
Right. Always. Because I mean, everybody else, they said the guys that, don't know any better, the guys that are getting on Easter and opening up, or on Christmas and opening up their, 12 presents opposed to our 400 a piece. You know what I mean? Like it's a 4-hour stream. He's hitting the X button and go, cool, another one, cool, another one, cool, another, you know what I mean? Like, it's different.
Even going forward to December. Yeah, don't open your presents in the morning. There is absolutely zero reason.
Right.
The cards are only more valuable in the afternoon. Literally just sit on the filters for the first 2 hours of the morning. And then I always wait. And I first stream on December. That's why I started streaming. I open mine at like 8, 9 o'clock West Coast time at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's why I stopped doing it. And then like you hit the chat saying, open your presents. Nope, I'm good. I'm gonna
I have 8 million coins to spend real fast. Yeah.
I guarantee you, there's 18 videos posted on YouTube right now of people opening their presents. Go watch that. Like I'm sniping. You know what I mean? Like I'm good.
Just what? Take up last year's video of it, play it in the bottom corner, and they can just watch that one while you're sniping everything.
But it's like it's so true, right? Like that's the best. Like, that's the best time you should be sniping. You shouldn't be opening.
And I got what my biggest culprit in my own brain is second guessing it. Right when like those days come out. And don't listen to chat. Don't listen. I mean, there was 2 years ago, and I remember this distinctly because there was that 92 like Team of the Week Josh Allen, right? And like presents opened up, and I was on the Team of the Week filter, and I saw him go from like 150 down to like 90, and I'm like, I'm taking all these. And there's always one. He's never going back up. There's too many in the market. There's no way he's going back up. I'm like, okay. Well, the next day when he was at 180, I was like, take that, nerd. I'm about to walk away with my 8 million coins and just eat it.
You remember last year though, like everything went down, but then it went right back up at night, like crazy amount. Like
more than you had like minutes the past year. Like I felt like it was like 40 minutes and it gone.
No,
like,
it was an hour. It was an hour to an hour 15. remember buying 90.
Yeah.
I remember not buying 93 Jim Kellys for 60K.
Yes.
Yes,
An hour
yes,
later,
exactly.
they were 100, and then 3
Yeah.
hours later, they were 115, 120.
Right,
It was
yeah.
Like,
actually
whoa.
just
Insane.
Yeah,
That's the
I
one
didn't
thing, like,
expect that much.
don't double guess it, right? When we have those big program days, like, just, I mean, spend your whole load, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm this year just until my finger falls off or the prices go back up, even if it's, because it's gonna come. Everything, we haven't had a year. Like, in the past 2 years, I looked at, and I make notes on every, like, Christmas and Easter day of, like, remind myself next. It's, I call it notes to myself in the, or from the past.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, idiot, buy all, like, just buy them, right? It's always like, just buy all of them, and don't, like, and like the first year was, don't open up packs, just go buy everything up, come back later.
I
and
guess
those,
my worry now though is, what if training varieties stay the whole time?
oh,
Then what? What do
well,
we
then
do
those
then?
days, I mean, still those days, things should still bottom out, and we should be able to snatch up training and wait until the, because here's the thing, when we get those, like, other content usually sucks, right? When we get something like that, the other stuff around it kind of sucks a little bit.
yeah.
Like the legends on, like, Easter Saturday blow, you know what I mean? Like, for that reason, right? They know you're gonna get a bunch of free shit tomorrow. They don't want you getting all brand new, you know, whatever, 99 Megatrons the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
So snatch them up. Take your, I mean, you're gonna be buying, even if training stayed the same, right? Like 25 was our benchmark, you're still gonna be buying it like 12 that day, right? And then you sit on it until the new Randy Moss comes out or somebody. Then you're like, okay, now I'll go spend it all.
Training variety packs do stay, and they would have to silently nerf the odds like on a week-to-week basis, and it would be killer. They'd have to. You said earlier, if they stay at 25 per the whole year, we're looking at our 95
Right.
overall is gonna be 2.5 mil for Christmas.
Right.
It'll be fun.
God, I
So they're gonna
can't.
have to
Oh,
they're gonna have to
really.
silently nerf the TVPs, I guess, if they keep them in the game. And
We said, unless they take out, if they take out the platinum cards,
Yeah.
though, that could really change it.
they have
Yeah.
to. I think they have to if they want to keep it in.
Like,
I don't know why, honestly. They'd want to keep. I feel like they want to move rerolls. They want to move training rerolls out of the game. It loses them money. I feel like it's backwards for them to actually keep training varieties in the game the whole year.
Maybe, I don't know, but then they look at the three of us that are gonna know how to game this if they bring him back in and watch literally hit 1 billion coins for the first time.
Exactly. That's like the biggest, like, that should be a fear for them. Like, if we're telling everyone to do this and we see that they take them out for a week and they come back in like on a week to week basis, there's no way we're not gonna have like 1 billion coins this year. There's
Right.
Seems
no
like
way.
EA didn't think out the market this year, like at all. They're kind of just doing stuff on the fly now. Like I don't think the TVP was planned. I originally thought it was planned. I don't think it was planned that much. It just feels like with the sets and everything, they try to do something new. It has completely backfired, and now they're just scrambling to try to make a competent game in a competent market. It's not really working.
Yeah, I don't feel like it was planned. I feel like it may have been planned for later in the year, right? And they were
Yeah.
like, okay,
Oh,
put it
yeah.
out now. And then, because at first, like you said, it was a great idea, right? It increased because value was so, like, I remember putting out a tweet that this was outside of program cards, right? Your normal like 88s, this was the cheapest they had ever been that earlier in the year.
Mhm.
And
It
then
was half
3
the
days
price.
later, right? Yeah, they were half the price what they were before. So you could have a solid
Exactly.
squad for cheap. But that's bad, right? Because this way, if you open up a pack, your pack had no value. You get an 88 and be like, cool, I made 75,000 coins. Like, shit, like, that's not
That pack
worth it
cost
at
me
all.
100.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, you got the best core elite in the card, best core elite in the game, and you got Derrick Henry. Cool, I still lost 20K. Great.
Yeah.
So it worked. They increased value, so therefore your packs had more value, right? Every coin that you spent, you could have the possibility of getting back that plus more. But long-term ramifications, it kills the game as a whole, the market as a whole. It makes every new player, like, I don't even look anymore, right? Like Team of the Weeks, I'm like, oh, cool, doesn't matter. Unless I get lucky and get him out of my plus pack from doing that solo later, I'm not touching it at all.
no.
I have some
Like,
theories about the training variety pack too with Pack Strike, but we won't get into all that. Adam, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, like you have a better chance of getting the LTD now than building a
Right.
set card, which was completely opposite before. It's like, I feel like an LTD is a limited time card. It should be like rare. Like, that's what I think. Like, yes,
I actually
guess
like the
people wanna
price
get it.
they've been at.
I
I thought
like
they've been.
me too, but I also don't like the price of the set cards.
Oh.
Like, if it was close to the same amount, I'd be happier. But they're
Yeah,
not. It's like
I think
more than
how-
double. It's more than
How
double right
do
now.
they make the set guys go down? Like seriously, how are they gonna make the set guys go down without drastically changing
Yeah.
That's the only way.
the sets? I know one way this would kind of help, but I don't know if they want to do this. They would have to make like your BND guys you get from solos. They'd have to make those guys go into the sets. It would make people like do the sets more. The champions would drop down.
I think
a
they
tad
should
bit.
anyway.
They should have done that.
When was the last time they were able to put in
before,
sets?
right?
I think it was
Like 19, yeah.
No, wasn't that? That wasn't that long
It was
ago?
19 or 20. It's been a long time.
It wasn't 21.
But
I
part
know
of that, so there's other issues here that underline that, right? So like part of it is a lot of people still buy and sell coins,
Yeah.
right, outside the market, and a lot of guys will run 5 different accounts on their Xbox or PlayStation, get all their stuff up, trade it all over, which is against TOS, by the way. If you get banned for that, it's your fault. But they would do all these different things to circumvent just playing the game, right? Where like I'll go over to MLB and that's not a thing. You can't. Honestly, one of the biggest fixes they can do to get rid of a lot of that, delete the trade block.
Oh,
Move
I think
it from the
trade block
game.
should be gone. It should have been deleted in Madden after Madden 12. I played Madden 12. The trade block was actually the best thing about that game since players were capped at their price. The trade block has the only reason you want the trade block in the game is to
Shady shit.
sell and buy coins or go
Right.
on farm accounts.
The
and
trade block is for shady shit, and that is it. There's no
Yep.
other reason to do it.
There's no they took it out. I want to say they took it out 1 year, and like there was a bunch of backlash, and I don't really know why.
They
And
kind
they
of took
brought
it
it
out
back.
this year for like in the beginning. I don't think
For
it
a
was on
while,
purpose.
yeah.
But, like it was broken, right, for a little bit, and that
Yeah,
was
no.
probably great.
Right.
There's no positive. Like people even ask me like, "Yo, trade me this for this." I'm like, "Why?" It just makes
Right.
the player BND. Just go sell it and buy the player you want. It's an open market.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if they take that out, they could probably bring back or get rid of BND stuff, and they could have people.
Yeah, because you would have
Yeah.
people. I mean, if it's what 5 or 6, it's 5 farm accounts, solos. So I guess I'm a bit contradicting myself, but you would go on a farm account, play the solos, get your BND guys, and then trade them over to your main, get a free champion. Make the champions go down, but
Right.
maybe that's something they need to do. But
If
Yeah.
they get rid of the trades, like you said, what Kay said, it's like it's literally just do sketchy stuff on it. That's it.
yeah.
What do you think? I guess one quick thing I want to talk about. What do you think about Madden putting in being able to buy coins rather than get rid of get rid of that like the
They had that in
black
Madden
market
12,
thing?
all the way back. They had
I don't
it. It was
remember how
around-
I don't remember playing it back then, so I don't
Yeah,
have
it
a
was-
thought on that yet.
It was my first year. It was around $20 for 200,000 coins. I never bought coins. Packs actually back then were not. That's when I used to spend. I think everyone goes through the phase when you first start Ultimate Team. You spend a lot of money on packs. I was 12 or 13 at the time. I dropped 500. I dropped my birthday
Really?
money,
See, I
birthday
never
money.
did. That was like made me.
Everything.
I blew my mind. I was like, no way, I can't do
Hey,
that.
I was young, man. That was the first year. It was all my friends. Middle
Right,
school.
right,
and then, like
right.
it took me. I think the year I stopped was around 16. Was like the last year. The only thing I would buy were the remember the level packs that gave you the coin quick sells. You would spend
Yes.
$20 to get 500K. I'd buy
Yep.
those in like 19, 20, 21. But
Yeah.
then once I started doing content, I had to stop for the no money spent
Right.
aspect of it. But yeah, so
I don't. It's funny. I'm the opposite. I didn't start spending money on the game until I became a content creator.
Yeah.
I never used to spend a dime, and I was like, oh wait, this is what everybody does. Now I have to do this.
It just
Or I'd
makes
get
it make no
bullied
sense
into
for
it.
EA, I think, to put coins as an option to buy. It would just kill the pack market. I mean, they would have to make packs really good, or they'd have to make the offer for coins really bad if they were
Yeah,
to do
well,
that.
they could take what MLB does because MLB allows you to buy
Stubs,
coins,
right?
buy stubs, and it works. Like if you ask that dude Dev, he's a nerd, big time nerd, but in like the best way possible. Like he listens in on the earnings calls for these companies, and researches like how much they made. Bro, when this is not this year or last year, because I don't know if those are public yet, but from 2 years ago, San Diego Studios made only a few $1 million less than Madden in terms of sales, in terms of in-game revenue, right?
Okay.
This is when they were only on PlayStation.
Oh wow.
A third of the market, because we're not talking Xbox. This year they also added in Switch. Only a few million less than Madden does inside the game because they allow people to buy stubs. Like I was way more willing to buy stubs in MLB when I first started because I'm like, oh, I can just pay $80 and go get the guy I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a much more direct, I know the price of that guy. I know how much that would cost to go buy it. I can just go do that. But their packs are garbage. Garbage.
Right.
I can open up 100 packs and not get an 85. I've done it. It happens. Sucks. So like, that's my one. I would love to see Madden sell coins in the game just to make things easier. But I feel like the other part of it is packs would have to be worse. And that's gross. But if you tie all these things together, right? So if you sell coins, you even if you left the packs the same, whatever, you could leave the packs the same. But then you deleted the trade block and turned all your B&D rewards into auctionable. No one should have anything to complain about. You can do sets now with cards that you earn, at least part of it anyway, right? You can make it easier to build a player. Because guys can still buy coins, it keeps the value kind of even. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a path here to kind of fix all of it. And they're not, I shouldn't be mind-boggling stuff. I mean, shit, the trade block today, they already took it down this season. So like, it's a flip of a button. They're like gone. Yeah. Like they could do it tomorrow.
True. My thing, do you think people wouldn't complain as much if it was easier to make coins on a more casual level with the cards being so expensive? Because I think part of it is the cards are expensive, but it's also very hard to make coins in this game at the current moment. If you don't have a lot of coins, especially with the head-to-head rewards, no weekly rewards, no solo battle rewards. I mean, they've taken out everything.
Right.
Do you think there would be less complaints if it was easier to make coins in this game, like on a just general level for the common up player?
Man, my brain really wants to say yes, but being in this community for 6 years says absolutely fucking not. They will find anything they can to complain about.
And that's the problem. I think if you don't like, even if it's easier to make coins, people will still not know how to make coins. Like we literally were tagged in a Twitter thread the other day. Okay,
right.
Not to throw up. Okay, saying it's impossible to make coins. No, it's not impossible. It really isn't. However, like there's some points being made there. Like it's hard to make coins right now. It is, but like it's not impossible. Okay, and like but people, like you said, I think you were right. If people who don't know how to make coins don't think anybody knows how to make coins, and that's the problem. Thank you, Cynical. That was Cynical who tagged us in there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, way to go.
But
Joe went all blurry.
My camera's all blurry.
He autofocused himself right out of the frame.
I don't know how to fix this. Hold up. I don't know how to fix this. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna turn my camera on and turn it back on again. Right? One second. Actually, I think I gotta. All right, there we go. Wait, hold up. Bring it back on. Come on. I'm new to this, man.
I know. We gotta get you out of face cam more often.
Please turn on. There we go.
There you go. Now you're good.
Oh wait, hold up. It's on.
There you go. So you're good now.
There we go.
There you are. Okay. Welcome back.
We're back.
God, these friggin' noob ass content creators don't know how to use cameras. Jesus. Man, oh man. Yeah. No. As I said, the options are there. There's things they can definitely do. Some massive overhauls. They said that skill gap right now for making coins definitely makes it tough. But if they put in the options to buy them, that shit's gone, right? And a lot of people are afraid that would like tank the market, whatever. No, it sets a value, right? I
think market would go up if anything, because it's a thing. Like the more coins there are in the market, the more expensive the cards are. It's kind of weird this year because there's less ways to make coins, but the card's so expensive.
That's because you can't make them. Yeah, it's weird.
Back to the TVP.
And that's how we can tell that it's broken, right? Because the market is not based on supply and demand, right? Nope. It's set on a different pack. It's, you know what I mean? It's set on an external force, not supply and demand. And I told people, I'm like, because the prices have been the same for so long now, tells me as a data analyst that no matter what gets injected into the game content-wise, if all the prices stay the same, it is dying to drop and literally cannot. Right? So the minute TVPs go away, the market's probably, I would say a third of what it is now. Everything drops from top to bottom.
I agree.
It's gonna be a fun day. I'll say that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
D-Day.
I can't wait.
Make sure I have my coins ready for that.
And the other thing is, it's a day before season 2. Season 2 drops Friday. TVP expires on Thursday. So there might be
really?
Yeah, I just checked it. B3 or whatever I was watching this video.
And this is next Thursday?
Yeah. Next Thursday expires Thursday morning, and Friday is the day that the season pass expires.
All right. Well, I fly back from San Diego on Monday, so I got a couple days to kind of rest up and be ready.
Jeez, oh my gosh.
I don't even know if I'm going to do anything on the market-wise Monday through Tuesday, just for the fear of not being able to sell it in time going into possibly the removal.
Yeah, no.
There might not be a lot on the market this week. It might be a little dry with content, but man, next week and the week after with Team Diamonds, there's gonna be some fireworks.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Opportunity to
I cannot
lose and
wait.
to make.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
sure I have over 10 million ready to go
Yeah,
for
get
season
you're gonna
2.
wanna
Right,
get
right.
liquid. Get
So,
liquid going into
yeah,
season 2 and
yeah,
TVPs.
that's my plan. Well, again, I guess it all depends if TVPs get added back with season 2. It's gonna really depend
Yeah.
on that for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think
Hopefully
the
we
market will
get.
move a bit, but if the TVP is still there and it's still the same, yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I imagine we'll get a special stream for season 2. But here's the thing, though. Even if they say no, sometimes doesn't mean the pack's not there the next day,
They
right?
might
We've
just
already been
forget.
privy to that.
I just forget.
Yeah, well, sometimes too, I try to remind people before, like, even though they do a special stream, they don't always go over every store offer,
Oh,
right? A lot of
yeah.
times they would omit a training pack or a reroll set, or you know what I mean, like deliberately, so that people wouldn't prep too much on stuff.
I mean, I know they said it when they started the content schedules this year that they're not putting dates on the promos because people would prepare for
Right.
those said. Now it's like pretty. I don't know why. I don't know how you guys feel about the Thursday instead of Friday.
For content, I don't know.
Yeah,
I wish we still had the limiteds on
I think that's what it
Thursday.
is. I think
It has
that's
the
what
animation.
I think that's the reason. So they just include. So instead of putting out just 2 new limiteds every Thursday, they just include
It's a
it in the
program piece now.
promos.
Yeah.
Instead
It's
of giving it
weird.
to
I don't.
Thursday
Weird.
and Friday. So
This year is so weird. Content on Monday is weird to me, right? Mondays were like a hangover day, like everybody just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just not doing it.
I don't know.
I don't hate the I do like the AKA program, like the cards themselves. I
Right?
love
Yeah,
it.
they're great.
I
Cards
love
are
it.
awesome.
It just the way it's so expensive, whatever it is. But yeah, I love that program on Mondays. It's nice to actually have people in my stream on Monday morning because usually
Right,
there's
right.
no one because
Yeah.
everyone's just trying to catch up.
Right.
Now that there's actually content on Mondays, it's like okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm good there. But no, I feel that though.
I think it's a wasted opportunity that they're not Friday. I mean, if we would, that is the same level of program as the 50, as the NFL 100, and those on Friday were some of the most popular. And it definitely still is a really popular content drop, but man, having it on Monday kills a lot of the hype.
It does. Yeah.
For sure. I agree. Because we had, I guess they changed that last year with the Bo Knows, because Bo Knows was that program, I guess, right? So
yeah, but wasn't that midweek?
No, that was Monday.
It was Monday last year?
Yeah. Which was weird, because I like the first time they did that. The year before, it was Friday with the big drop, with whatever it was, the 50, the 100, whatever it was. It was Friday. And then they changed it to Monday out of nowhere. So, yeah.
I have one thing I forgot to bring this up in the chat. Do you guys think for season 2 we get because this would be part of the Team Diamond prep a little bit, new team builders? Because I know last year team builders were they did them the first time, and the second one wasn't until November. But I mean, maybe we get them for season 2. I think it would make sense. Some sort of team affinity. We could also see maybe, I don't know, more unsung heroes.
I mean, the Team Diamonds are going to count as a team affinity set.
That is true, Ben.
Otherwise, yeah, I feel like that, like one a month should be about right for that. One every 45 days ish. For some kind of team affinity, maybe they wait a little, because the Team Diamonds are going to be what 90, 91s probably 90s.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, so I think by the time you get another team builder, because those are probably 88s.
I'm just thinking they do something to mess up a little bit of the investors because they love doing that. So throwing a little curveball a few days before the content drop I wouldn't put it past EA.
That's
I
true.
wouldn't put it past them.
That is true. Man, there's so much going wrong right now, though, as far as content wise. It's hard for me to anticipate a curveball at this part when fastballs down the middle are going way off in the fucking right field. I don't know. I mean, it's possible though, for sure.
I'm excited for season 2 though. I think it'd bring some life back into 23.
And there are
just something to log on.
Yeah. I mean, XP again, right? Everybody complained for so long they didn't get all their XP. I'm like, I think I literally made 1 million more XP than I needed for this program, which is what I was anticipating. I kept telling people, calm down on your XP. I get it, you're pissed off it's not there, but you have way more than you can possibly ever need. We get a new champion player too, right?
Yeah,
a new player piece, right? We have Dave Casper from the first one.
It's supposed to be an all Madden too. It's gonna be an all Madden guy.
Oh,
so
okay.
It'll be another legend. Yeah, because there's that set. It's the four all Madden.
Yeah.
Champions for thing. One thing I know, if you guys, I mean, I'll talk about this make sure next Monday don't do any comp pass to get XP. Just wait till Friday when the new season's out, because if you do and get the XP on Monday, then you won't be able to get it, of course, on Friday. So
Right.
yeah, something to remember.
Yeah, you can still work your compass, just stop before the XP level.
Stop for the XP. Yeah,
Yeah, that's really good. I think we've lost Adam. Adam's frozen. That's a
Oh,
good pick
no.
though. If anybody wants to clip that and use that as an avatar for something, that's a good shot there. Damn, what the hell else was I gonna say? I forgot. I had one more thing to bring up and I lost it. Adam's eyes staring at the monitor got me thrown
I
off.
need to change my I don't know why I tested my camera last night. I look like an orange, man. I don't know.
All right.
This is a red hoodie. I don't know if it's the lighting, 'cause I did it at night. But
It's
maybe I could change.
probably the saturation in your camera settings are pulling
I
it up.
didn't really move this actually. Maybe it's my lights. Where's my one thing? Oh, it's fine. But yeah, I do have, I guess, orange lights.
Oh, that's
in
not
front of me.
helping.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
So,
Right on. Well, I think we're gonna call it quits there. I think we want to keep this as an hour long. You're getting ready to go stream, right, Joe?
I might stream. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some training variety.
Oh
packs for
man,
one of my release.
good luck. I think I'm gonna hold off. Well, shit, I can. I'm out. This is it for me. I won't be back on stream. Oh, we lost Adam Heavy.
Yeah,
I got this one. Oh, that's worse. Damn it. I thought I had this set up right. All right. Well, I guess that's what we got.
No.
Yeah. No, I'm a fan. This. I like how this went.
Adam's back.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
I guess
I'm cool with doing this. I know you guys said bi-weekly. I'm down to do this every Tuesday. I don't do anything on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are my day off. This actually is perfect.
Yeah,
I'm in.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, I'm in. I said
work long for you.
I fly back on Monday, so I'll be good to go Tuesday night again.
Yeah. We can talk all about season 2, or we can maybe do a little special stream maybe on like a Wednesday if they do the. I don't know. We'll see though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll definitely get it out. But for everybody, if you guys jumped in late, and missed some of this conversation, tomorrow, right? Everybody, tomorrow morning.
Yep.
All 3 of our YouTube channels will have this up and posted, so you guys can go that. Send people to it, right? Get people all involved. Make sure you guys are following everybody on the panel. Of course, I know you guys are already, but this was a hell of a lot of fun. It's nice to have the 3 of us kind of get together, and because we talked about it briefly too. Like for some reason, people think we're all like competing against each other. And I'm like, that's just not how this works. Like, it's not just because we're on Twitch on different channels does not mean we are competing. Think of it more as like co-workers all going for that same like bonus at the end of the year. Like we're all busting our ass going for it. Like we want to see everybody to, get rich. That's our own goal.
Bring attention to the market side of Madden, not all just gameplay, man. We need the market up there with the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Exactly.
Right. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and raid out. You guys go ahead, enjoy the rest of your night. Adam, Joe, guys, appreciate the hell out of you guys. We will do this again next week.
For sure.
And I'm sure we'll chit chat and keep up during the week and spread out any little secret stuff we find tucked away somewhere. I'm sure there'll be something good on one of these days. I'll be gone, so make sure you guys DM me and let me know what the hell's going on so I can jump. I got my backbone on my phone ready to go, so I can log in from anywhere and get this stuff done. So, all right, guys, appreciate you guys. Chat, we'll see you guys again next week. Peace out.
Have a good one, everybody.
And